What's up, folks? In this live stream, we talking about weird shit, yo. And I got something that I was expecting, like I wanted it like it was a Christmas present, right? And the thing that I wanted was for YouTube to basically reject my appeal based on a video that I posted, right? So, uh, it's a little tricky situation. So, I'm about to hook. Oh shit! I'm about to hook them up with hook up the transgender community with my professional uh, opinion. So here's what happened. These vicious, dumbass Charlie Kirk supporters uh, been conducting a very violent, homicidal civil war against innocent people, right? And somehow, uh, in their delusional brains, they think that they are winning based on a, a small amount of, like, I guess, beliefs or foundations, right? So they believe that they will always win this political horseshit because uh, they are in the right, when defending fetuses from abortions. So they're trying to protect fetuses from homicides, right? So they will take this to the end, and they are basically murdering people, right? So that's Charlie Kirk and them. So I witnessed them same dumbasses, right, mock me. And because I'm a Democrat and I am, like, into minding my own goddamn business, these dumb fuck Charlie Kirk supporters, right, caused a lot of damages in my financial, I guess, what is that? Like economic damages. They caused economic damages to me, right? So they fucked up my house, right? Because when you can't, like, provide maintenance to your house because these idiots want to, like, take over the government and murder you, uh, and you gotta, like, volunteer your whole time to fix the damages that they're causing, you don't have time for your house, so you can't even make the money, so your shit gets fucked up, right? So I got a fucked up roof. It's like leaking in my crib, right? So I put on YouTube a short video about me going and I poured water on my face talking about Charlie Kirk died. And I was like, bring back that dirty ass white man from the grave or some shit like that. So they took down my short, but they left the video up. But the thing is, it's tricky because uh, these police officers, right? They, when they go arrest a trans person, right? These motherfuckers are cheering each other, giving them a high five, right? When they arrest a trans person for shooting somebody in a church, right? So these police officers are bank robbers. They steal the fucking life insurance policies from these people because in their fucking brains, they are brainwashed by these dumbass white people in the church, right? So obviously the white people oversee, like, a lot of the businesses and Fortune 500 companies and shit like that, right? So they sit on the boards and all of that, and they collect the money. So the people at YouTube, it's weird if I uh, help the trans community sue YouTube on behalf of some kind of, like, civil rights violation because uh, I would be a witness on behalf of the trans community. But the thing is, they didn't take down my other video. So, fuck. Because, they could play both sides. So the next thing is, if there's a Trump supporter behind the desk that reviewed my short video that went up to the Clinton department, that's the motherfucker we're gonna have to go after. And they gotta get their asses fired, right? So whoever reviewed it and rejected my video, talking about how I'm violating community guidelines. These dumb fucks, yo. This is what they did. Let me show you what the fuck they did, right? These bricks, right? Let's call it month. So you got month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 24, right? So you got 2 years, right? Now, let's say we over here. Trump, their dumb fuck leader, right? Basically cut the tax rates, right? And he didn't want to collect shit. So that means the system will be collapsing over the next 2-3 years or till the next 2028 election, right? So Trump, in his brain, he's like, yeah, man, I'm getting away with this shit. And these morons, right? All the supporters, right? They don't have no degree in international finance, no degree in accounting, no degree in government and taxation, none of that shit. But every fucking thing they say, they're just going along with it, trying to debate Democrats. And basically, they're full of shit. So these 2 years worth of bricks, right, that I showed y'all, what happens is, in Trump's brain, he's projecting a homicide, a mass civil war to basically murder these people. And these politicians in this time zone, right, they are waiting for the election, right, to happen just so they could do something about it. So what happens is when they get to the election, all their fucking voters are dead. So the Democrats can't do shit. And that's what Trump has been planning all along. So they're using transgender ideology, right? And they are victimizing them because they basically attack them. If they act too feminine or some shit like that, that has nothing to do with like what is that? Manufacturing jobs or like service jobs. So these dumb fucks, right? Charlie Kirk and his peoples, they kicking out these trans people because they act too feminine, and then they like holding the jobs hostage. So when this person get pissed the fuck off and go shoot somebody, that's self-defense because these idiots are using the government to basically steal money from these people. They steal their life insurance policies, and then this is a homicide because when they take the money away and they don't provide welfare, what happens is the person got to either commit suicide or they got to steal. So it's like if they steal and go to jail, they get killed. So they know what they're doing, trumping them and all the supporters because they're using that the Democrats are their enemy and these people are sick and these people are disgusting and all this shit. But look at what these dumb fucks are doing. And their Jesus ain't even coming. So filing a lawsuit against YouTube, I'll post this shit, but so, I don't know. They ain't take down the video that the main short came from. So if they take that shit down, then I would literally sit in a courtroom on behalf of the transgender community and sue the fuck out of YouTube. And we'll do this shit globally. Because what's going on is, that's the first homicide, right? This is a mass extinction that pedophile Trump is doing, and Charlie Kirk helped his ass. And Trump is trying to murder people with the financial system, right? He collapses it, he removes the money, and then, you know, everything's all fucked up. So the next thing is the coastal floods, because the ice caps are melting down, and then it's going to start evacuating all the people around the world from the coastlines, and then that's another mass extinction. So these idiots, right, they're doing some bullshit filibuster situation with the Bible, right? They're always like gossiping and ranting for hours and hours and hours about what the Lord wants and what the Lord don't like and all kinds of horse shit. And what's happening is they're like squeezing our, in EMS, it's called a golden hour. So I'm going to be using that to pursue criminal charges against all these people that talking to Jesus and receiving the dreams. So they're going to get arrested and go to jail. And they've been asking for this shit because they keep saying, I don't give a fuck, do what you want to do to us. We'll go to jail, we'll die. But when it's time to die, like they don't want to die. They're begging for Jesus to save their life, which means they're fake and full of shit. So they're going to go to jail, and all these deaths, right? They gotta face, what is that? Capital punishment, which is the death penalty. And you got Marcus Rogers, you got the new spiritual people, and they are responsible for these damages they did to the government. So if YouTube wants to align themselves with these dumbasses, right, and basically block me as the victim, I'm gonna sue the fuck out of YouTube. So they just told me that I gotta go through training, and technically I don't fucking have to go through training because when these cops, right, are like arresting these trans people, these fucking piece of shit Trump supporters and Charlie Kirk supporters, they cheering. They're like, yeah, we got the bad guy, the bad trans person. But it's an army of dumb fucks that fucked up one person's life based on the Bible and all kinds of horse shit. And Chad, oh, what's up? No one's listening, Felicia. He calls me Felicia. Here. What's up, baby? Mwah, mwah, mwah. So yeah, obviously your dumbass tuned in. So, yeah. So YouTube, right? I gotta get these activist groups, and we're gonna go see what we could do about this, I guess, process that they're using. So probably that doofus named Chad Zellner reported the video, but I'm okay with that because I got a plan. So I'm smarter than Chad, the doofus that's waiting on his Lord Daddy dumbass. And yeah, and by the way, this is the same building I showed you in that video. So yeah, I'm always here. I told you that shit. So the next thing is how they victimizing employees, yo. So I worked at this one company, right? And it's a black-faced, dumbass black woman, right? And she's literally telling me some shit about, oh, she wants to get paid in cash. Don't pay her in money order, right? And I be seeing how she like her brain's busted and her memory's all fucked up. So she might not remember if I pay her or not. So I'm trying to keep track of this shit. So I realized she's fucking like trying to evade taxes. So she fucked up my job because I ended up losing the route and she fucked up my money. So I sued them, right? But check out how weird this shit is when it comes to the lawsuits. So I lost 6 weeks of work, right? So let's say it's about $400 a month. I mean, a week. So that's $2,400, right? So this company lawyer, right? The lawyer for the company, right? They always want to undercut you, right? So what happens is if I'm suing for wages that I lost, right? But it's not wages because they hire you as a contractor. So if I'm suing them for $2,400 and then they came back to my lawyer and say, yo, we're gonna pay you $1,500, what kind of shit is that, right? So they trying to settle the system. They're trying to settle without going to court. So what happens is this economic loss or damages that I experienced, it didn't like, I guess, replenish my loss, right? So out of this bullshit, I guess, what is that? What's that word? Counter something. It's like a counter, whatever. I put in like 2,400 or whatever, and they say they only want to pay me 1,500. So out of this 1,500, I gotta take an extra loss, right? And pay the lawyer. So the lawyer's like what, 30%? So let's say that's like, I don't know, $400, right? So now I got $1,100 for all them weeks of work I lost, right? And then these dumb fucks want to have me sign a paper saying that I cannot speak about this shit, right? So I can't talk about the company this, I can't talk about the company that. So now that's a service. Every fucking thing in the world costs money. So these pieces of shit wants to buy my silence, right? After they undercut this shit. So they want to settle with this 1,500 when they owe me more money. And on top of this, I got to pay my lawyer and then keep my mouth shut. So this is where you, as a victim of a lawsuit, needs to say fuck you and keep going up higher and get your full amount. So that's the shit that I'm experiencing right now. And yeah. So whenever these this Jesus Christ dumbass shows the fuck up, we might have to crucify him again. But we living in modern days, so we don't crucify. We'll just throw his ass in jail, and then depending on the charges, we might have to give him the capital punishment. So hopefully, little Daddy Jesus comes the fuck down here, and frees his money stealing, schizophrenic, dumbass, Bible thumping doofus troopers away from these criminal charges. So yeah, these are some really serious things. And in addition to that, this bullshit training that YouTube has me going through or expects me to go through, I'm not going through it because whatever penalties that they put onto my channel as a first responder that's rescuing people, I'm going to use that to the full advantage. And I just found out some shit about these white people yesterday. And check this out. This is that white heritage that Charlie Kirk was talking about. The white heritage, right? You got these white people, right? They own the slaves, and they're at the top of the pyramid. This is the pyramid, right? So they teaching this Bible book bullshit, and they call it seminary schools. So these seminary schools, right? You get to learn the feelings of Jesus. But it's a white man thing. So the white man started this country, United States of American dumbasses, with slave work, right? So when they had the slaves, they used this Bible, and what they did was they used psychology to study what the black man is afraid of. So it was like they would tell the black man stories about Satan and burning in hell and all kinds of shit if they try to escape and blah, blah, blah. And they wrote that shit down. And what happened is Martin Luther King happened, Rosa Parks happened, Obama happened, and they said, fuck you, kiss my ass, and they broke the system. So now black people got freedom, right? But check this out. When you go to that seminary school, them dirty ass white people that inherited all the churches from their slave owning parents, right? They teaching it as crowd control or people control. They took the black shit out of it, but they keep it in their mansions because in their father's house, they got a lot of fucking mansions. And in America, it's a shitload of mansions, right? But owned by the white people and their father named Jesus. So these black people, they're not getting the story about how the white people use the phrase niggers and blacks and this and that, but they're using crowd control and people control, and they're using the same gospel garbage, schizophrenic horse shit to basically blackmail people and extort them out of their life insurance policies, and they're teaching them how to be afraid of their gay kids. And the white people used to do the same shit to the white people and the black people about the black people that they held in slavery. Mr. Doodoo says, this is the reason why racism is good. Elaborate. So, yeah, so black people, right? They went in the church thing that's owned by the white people, but what happens is it's a franchise, so they gotta give them a percentage of the church fees. Like if you become a realtor, you gotta give out fees every month or every year, right? So same shit with the church, but it goes to these white people, and what happens is the black people are never allowed in their mansions where they are in the glory of their heritage, and they be like drinking wine and basically enjoying what they inherited. So, yo, this shit is like weird. And then internationally, when these white people at the top, right, are kidnapping people's kids and fucking them, right? This is other people's kids. So now they're like saying, yo, Democrats down here, y'all the poor people, y'all do not need to get into these office with the gun and the badge because y'all gonna come after us white people. So we're gonna fly over here to this country and we will set up a civil war, or we're gonna like destroy their shit, and then they're gonna threaten us, and then we're gonna publish it on our media, and then y'all gonna have to go fight them because they threaten us. So now we have to stay in the power because we are at an active war internationally. So all these wars on this planet is because these dirty ass white people that once owned slaves through their parents or their great grandparents or how the fuck you want to call it. All these wars are because they fucking little kids, and it's not even their kids; it's other people's kids. So yeah, this shit is my schizophrenic rant, and I do not have a mental illness. That's slander. And I'm smarter than all these dumbasses because I'm doing the rescue operation for these coastal floods, which Trump said that it's a hoax, just like the fucking pedophile shit is a hoax, but none of them are a hoax. He removed his cum stains from his private jet and the Epstein plane because he put it under presidential authority because it was his presidential planes, and then this new plane from the Middle East as a gift. Basically, he's going to take the invoices from those materials for these two planes and merge it into this gift. And then all this DNA shit got away, and, you know, nobody could find it. So y'all morons that is in love with Trump and the Bible and this gospel garbage horseshit, y'all really deserve to burn in hell when y'all time comes. And your day and hour is your day of death. And when you go up there, man, I hope you go to them courthouses and they show you all the children that got raped because of you, and that you go to your hell kingdom and you suffer your torment based on the torment that you gave to these kids. Because right now, if you ask the Democrats if they had money in their pockets over the past 8.5 years, would they have given money to these poor people in other countries? They would say, yeah. But all these schizophrenic dumbasses with the Bible have been attacking the Democrats, so people in other countries didn't get food, and that shit is considered a homicide. So these idiots, right, because it says it in the Bible that God wants to murder all the humans on the planet, they are like trying to fulfill that command or the prophecy or whatever, but we too smart. So Trump, he always doing this YMCA, and that means you motherfuckers can't arrest me, right? So that's why he keeps playing that shit on over the social media. But us Democrats, we got a new song, and it's by the Bee Gees, and it goes, you could tell by the way I walk, da 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 da, I'm staying alive. So that's the song that us Democrats, we own that shit because he tried to murder us and we still fucking alive. We alive, we powerful, and Trump can't do shit about it because he got old and frail, and all the criminals that supported his ass that's on YouTube, we're going to come after them. They're going to go to jail. So we're not going to shoot them. We're going to lock them the fuck up. That's what's going to happen. So we're going to use the CIA for all the countries. All the countries, they go, yo, these Trump supporters, these Charlie Kirk supporters, they wasting their fucking time going to work, because when they work, you got to go on vacations. And when you go on vacation, you got to go to other countries. And when the other countries see what y'all did, y'all not allowed in their country. So how about them apples? How about that? Y'all looking stupid as shit for supporting a dumbass white man that fucks little kids. And yeah. Rage bait. That's so weird. They're the rage bait of the conservatives, right? Trump been yelling shit across the world for 8.5 years, and he doesn't shut the fuck up. And they don't see that as rage bait. They see it as excitement and joy and some kind of like fulfillment of God's word. And it was meant to be, right? So it's not rage bait to them. It's like a mission. I don't like Trump, and oh, that's what's up. And Roger Lee says, keep it going, dude. It's all right. Yeah, shout out to both of y'all. Yeah, Trump's an idiot. So yeah, when these Trump supporters, they try to go on vacation, they blocked out. Because the international courts of justice and the United Nations, they're going to like look for all these people on these YouTube channels that keeps on talking to this Jesus and helping Trump get away with what he did, they're gonna be like, no, y'all not welcome to these countries. So all of them are ending up on a CIA watch list, but it's international because every single country that is functioning has a CIA. CIA is Central Intelligence. So Central Intelligence, all it is like information. So that's one part of it. And yeah, there was something else I had to say too, but it just skipped my mind. Maybe I'll catch it next time. But yeah, that's all I got for my rant, y'all. So thanks for hanging out. I'm about to clock out. It's 26 minutes, and EJ Wiley guts to go. Wait, any questions or comments before I go? No questions, no comments. All right. We are out of here, everybody. Take it easy, be safe.